Hi everyone, my name is Clara Tong, and I'm passionate about helping students achieve their best in math. I want to share a little bit about my journey and what inspired my approach to tutoring. This is me growing up in Vancouver in the 90s. At that time, more families like mine were able to manage with one parent working to cover the bills. Hard to imagine today, I know. We still kept to a budget and relied on DIY solutions instead of spending money on things that we could do ourselves. For example, my dad renovated the house and built bedroom furniture for my brother and me. My mom was in charge of the kids' education. I went to public school, but my mom is a product of post-war Hong Kong, and she kept saying that the Canadian math curriculum was too easy. So to solve this problem, she would moonlight as Kumar, as in she wrote math worksheets out by hand. She made me do them and then she'd mark them. By the end of summer in grade 2, I was that kid adding numbers in the millions with regrouping. Even though I was good at math, I hated it. School math is fine because it's easy when your parents put you through Saturday math class, Hong Kong workbooks, and computer math programs on CD-ROM. I never experienced school in Hong Kong, but like it or not, the traditional Chinese way of teaching and learning is my cultural inheritance. I remember my mom telling me that if I got 95% on a test, that meant that there was 5% that I didn't understand. There was no recognition of the other 95%. Even when I understood the material and made connections between the concepts and real life, the culture didn't encourage this deeper kind of thinking. It was more concerned with training students to be able to do questions accurately and quickly, which sucked all the joy out of learning. As for my mom's claim that school math was too easy, there's some truth to it. In Canadian public schools then and now, the quality of math instruction can vary greatly. Some teachers emphasize math and other academic subjects more than others. If you're lucky, you'll have a teacher who enriches your learning, challenging you to really exercise that brain muscle. But if you're not so lucky, you might breeze by school without truly learning much. There has to be some middle ground between the hardline perfectionism approach and the more relaxed, hands-off approach. In grade 7, I was fortunate enough to have a teacher who struck that balance perfectly. She was an art teacher who also loved teaching math. She set high expectations but provided plenty of support, walking us through numerous examples until we were confident enough to do it on our own. When we did well on tests, she'd write good or excellent in her signature magenta calligraphy. But you had to earn those marks, she didn't give them out freely. This balance is exactly what I strive for in my own teaching. I believe with the right environment and support, every student can tackle difficult math problems. Yes, math is hard and can make your brain want to explode. Yes, you will make mistakes, but that's just a part of the learning process. Yes, there's frustration and at times you'll want to give up. But as with any worthwhile endeavor, no pain, no gain. When students work with me weekly, we build meaningful relationships that make tackling a tough subject like math less daunting. They don't have to face it alone. Many students have told me that they enjoy the time we spend together. That certificate over there is a tangible reminder of that connection. I encourage students to communicate what they need for each session, and I believe in celebrating every bit of progress, no matter how small it may seem. I make it a point to highlight their growth by comparing their performance now to their performance a few weeks or months ago. If they're not meeting their goals, we work together to understand why that is. Yes, students need to put in hard work and practice in between sessions, but as they develop good study habits and apply the advice we discussed, they often find that the math that they once found challenging becomes much more manageable over time. I know that students can succeed with the right support, guidance, and encouragement, and it's my mission to provide them with the tools they need so that they can excel.